Singaporean photographer and Hasselblad Master Tay Kay Chin talks about his photography. 新加坡摄影师兼哈苏大师郑家劲 The photography industry and photography in Singapore 谈自己的摄影作品、摄影行业和新加坡的摄影现状。
我的名字叫郑家劲，我是一个自由摄影师。My name is Tay Kay Chin. I'm a Singapore-based freelance photographer. After my graduation from university in the United States, I came back to Singapore to work as a photographer at the Straits Times, the largest English newspaper in Singapore. I stayed for 7 years, and in the 7 years that I was at the paper, I moved around within the paper, mostly between the photography department and the web operation. In 1999, I quit my job to go to the United States again. I stayed there for about 6 months, mainly to try to find myself, to see what else I can do apart from photography. I make some pictures and very fortunately in 2003, for a series of work that I did in Singapore, Panoramic Singapore, I was named one of the 12 masters by Hasselblad. And I've been a freelancer since 2001. Taking on both commercial jobs as well as personal assignments. In the year 2001, I got a job to design newspaper in Washington State, and I was very certain that I will be leaving Singapore for good because there was a long period of time where I didn't like to live in Singapore. I found it really pressurizing and just not enough space for me to expand. So while waiting for my official paperwork to be completed, I went around taking pictures with this panoramic camera that Hasselblad had just released. So I mostly went to places of my childhood and also to places that I was curious about but never had a chance to go. So because I felt at a time that I won't be coming back to Singapore for a long time, I wanted the pictures to serve as a memory bank for me. So while doing that, I actually shared a lot of images that I took with friends on the internet, and for some reason a lot of people found them to be nostalgic and emotional. I guess a lot of people could feel the conflicts that I was facing, to stay or to go, and also I believe a lot of pictures were also the commentary that I'm trying to make about what it is like to live in Singapore. It was meant as a personal project, and for some reason it became the project that defined me for a long time. I think it's been 15 years and people still talk about Panoramic Singapore. It's not something that I think I can just go back and do again because the state of mind is quite different. Back then, there was that sense of loss, but now I'm very comfortable to be living in Singapore again. And even if I were to go back with the same camera, with the same intention, I think I'm a little bit too happy to be making those pictures. Yeah.